Hello, sir. How you doing this evening?
Good.
What is your name, please?
Michael Moriarty.
Michael Moriarty. I understand you're presently homeless.
I am.
And how long have you been homeless?
3 years.
Been homeless 3 years. Was that all in Florida?
Some in Massachusetts.
Okay. When you moved to Florida from Massachusetts, were you homeless in Massachusetts at the time?
No.
Okay. Where did you live the last time you had a place to live? What kind of housing situation was it?
An apartment here in Florida.
Okay. Was it a government subsidized apartment?
No.
Just a regular apartment?
Yes.
What happened to your apartment?
Well, we couldn't afford the rent. We got evicted.
How long did you live in the apartment before you got evicted?
7 months.
Okay. Did you sign a year lease?
Yes.
Okay, so before the year lease was out, they didn't raise the rent. It was just too high for you and kind of in the middle of the lease, right?
I was the only one with income. Yes.
You were the only one in the apartment, living in the apartment with income, you mean?
Yes.
How much did you make?
Well, about a little over about 1,000.
How much was the rent?
$750.
How many people lived there?
Myself and my son's mother.
Okay, so 2 people?
Yes.
All right. Where is she now?
She's with her boyfriend in St. Pete.
Okay. She's not homeless?
No,
She working now?
I believe so.
Stay in touch with her?
Not really.
If you could say something to her, what would it be? If you wanted to say anything.
Bring our son home.
Bring our son home. So you have a son with her. How old is the son?
5.
Does the son live with her?
Not at the moment. He's being reunified.
Okay.
He's been in a foster home.
Okay, so he's in foster care.
Right.
And he's being reunified, which means he's in the process of being brought back to his biological parents, you and his mom?
That's right.
Okay. How old's your son?
5.
If there's something you could say to your 5-year-old son in case he sees this, what would it be?
Of course, I love him, and I'll always be there for him, and I'll always be his father. I love him very much.
Do you have any medical problems at the moment?
Not physically, no.
Okay.
I got some mental conditions.
You got some mental conditions? Would you be comfortable telling us about that?
Well, it stems from childhood.
Stems from what?
Childhood.
Stems from childhood, okay. You want to elaborate on that at all?
I grew up a ward of the court all my life.
You were a ward of the court in Massachusetts?
Yes. So I was 18 and the Department of Children and Families, formerly known as DSS at that time. Physical abuse, sexual abuse.
You had some sexual abuse? How old were you when this took place?
6, 7.
Who was the abuser?
Various people.
So more than one person? Males, females, both?
Both.
Were they related to you? Were they family
One
members?
was.
Sounds pretty rough, man. Sorry to hear that. Where do you sleep at night?
Wherever I lay my head is home.
Sometimes on the ground, sometimes on a bench. What kind of places?
Pretty much. Anywhere. Without being harassed by cops or trying to, move us along or move me along or trespass.
So they just tell you to leave where you're going. Do they offer to take you to any safe harbor shelters or anything?
No.
Just move along.
Well, it's a trespass on the spot.
Right, okay. So have cops ever been physically abusive with you or otherwise broken the law with you that you would perceive to be?
No. I don't have much run-ins with the law, though I did do prison time. I did 17 months.
You did 17 months in prison?
Yes.
Was that in Florida?
My first time ever, yes.
What were the charges?
Failure to return hired or leased property.
Was it a rented car or something?
It was a TV from mental center. I pawned it, I loaned it after me, my son's mother lost the apartment. We took the TV and I loaned it so I could feed her and me. We were homeless.
So it was someone else's. TV was property of the rental
Right.
establishment that you rented it
I
from.
made a few payments and we needed to eat. I needed to make sure she ate.
So your first offense, you sold a TV you were renting, and it was 17 months.
That's correct. Well, I was put on probation, and I violated with technical dirty urines, and pretty much.
Okay, so you got put on probation for selling TV that was rented, and then you got a dirty urine. Were there any other charges on probation, like drug possession or anything, or just dirty urine?
I did get a sale and delivery in possession.
What were you alleged to be selling and delivering?
Crack cocaine.
Okay, so
I've never sold a day in my life.
so you were charged with sales of the cocaine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was also the violation of probation.
Sure. Why did they think you were selling it? Who did they think you were selling it to? How did they
There was
gain?
a co-defendant on the case, and I believe that he, to bail himself out of trouble, he kind of put it all on me.
What happened to him?
He got probation.
Are you currently? Do you currently have a drug use habit today?
Honestly, yes, but well, yes. I mean, I have some drug use, but I don't base my life on it in a way. I have a good head. I mean, I like to work. I sometimes struggle being out here. I get depressed and I slip up, and I have my days where I want to use.
What are your drugs of choice? What drugs do you use when you need to use?
Mostly marijuana, but occasionally some crack cocaine.
How does somebody get crack around here these days? Would you
It's
still?
easier than most things. It's easier than anything.
It's around, huh?
It's around. More than crack. It's everywhere you go. Just in this community alone, it seems like all the homeless are.
It seems like all the homeless use crack. Is that what you're saying?
More methamphetamine, meth.
Crack and meth.
Meth more to me. Yeah, everyone around it's meth, but to me, I know how to get the crack. But yes, it's crack and meth.
How much would you estimate you spend on crack cocaine in the last month?
$40.
$40 for a month?
Yeah, I don't do it a lot. I mean, I got medical marijuana card. It helps me sleep, post-traumatic stress disorder. I get flashbacks from the abuse. So that's my really drug of choice.
It's medical marijuana.
Yes.
How much have you spent on that in the last month?
Well, I can't afford it. That's why I turned to the crack. It's at the dispensary.
Medical marijuana is more expensive from the dispensary than crack is on the street?
Yeah. It's easier too. I mean,
Are there any other drugs you do, or just the crack and marijuana these days? Do you drink?
Not really.
How often you drink?
If I do drink, it's social. It's going out, watching a football game or something.
When's the last time you got in a fight?
I haven't gotten in a fight. I don't fight. I'm not in trouble a lot. I don't get confrontational. I'm usually working.
Do you have any other kids other than the 5-year-old son?
I got actually 3 more in Massachusetts.
What are their first names?
Aiden is my other son. He's my oldest son. He'll be 18 December 30th.
What would you say to Aiden if you could tell him something now?
I miss him very much. I don't get to have a relationship with him. But,
When's the last time you had a close relationship with Aiden?
I last seen him about just before I moved to Florida, about 10 years ago.
10 years
I
ago.
told him that I love him very much. I'll always be his father, but I have to go away for a little while. We had a good relationship. He knows who I am. So I'm hoping he comes
Who are your other kids?
Bella is 10.
Bella?
She's with my sister. While I was in prison, my daughter's mother was killed by her ex-boyfriend. So placed with my sister, and I help my sister out when I can, pay my child support. We have a good relationship. I FaceTime her. And I plan to go home and see her soon. I'm just trying to get my son back here.
What would you say to Bella if you could?
Same thing, all my other day. I love you very much.
Who's the other? The last child is who?
Well, it's Layla. She's adopted. But
Okay, so you have an adopted daughter as well.
That's right.
Are you adopted? Were you adopted as a kid?
Yes. I was abused more by the adopted family than I was by my own parents.
How old were you when you left your biological parents?
About 3 or 4.
How many different families did you live with between 3 and 4 and say 18 years old?
Hundreds.
How many?
Hundreds.
You lived with hundreds of different families?
A lot. I ran away a lot. I didn't fit in. I was scared.
Are you on any government benefits today?
I received SSDI for their mental disorders.
How much do you get from that?
$857.
$857 a month.
That's right.
Where does that money go?
Well, it goes to some drug use. Basically, I don't get any help with food stamps. It goes to food, anything really. Not just
You're not on food stamps?
No.
Have you tried to get on food stamps?
I tried to reapply, but through COVID, it's been complicated. You have to remember case number or I've tried to call the number. I'm sure I can figure it out, but I wouldn't get a lot because I received as consider that as income. But it's enough. It would help me a little bit.
If there's something somebody could do to help you, what would you say would be a good thing for someone to do to help you if they wanted to help you or could help you?
It's tough to say because anything would help, but I would say I just need structure.
You need structure?
I need a chance because I work.
What kind of work you do?
With limitations, I can do anything. I can landscape. I have a spine deformity, a bad back, so sometimes some days are worse than others, but I do work. I do landscaping. I was at Olive Garden. I worked at McDonald's. I have some management experience, some college experience. I did EMT school, but I picked up a felony, so it's no good. The TV was a felony.
So is the crack sales, I guess.
Yes.
So it's 2 felonies?
One was enough to damage.
Excuse me, the motorcycle's going by. I didn't hear that.
One was enough to damage my
Okay.
ability to do it, to work with elderly, do EMT, do the EMT paramedic. I did a year in criminal justice. I tried to attend Kaiser University here, local, for computer IT. I'm good with computers. I have a good head on my shoulders. It's just structure. Being out here, it seems like an excuse, but it's reality. You come out here at the end of a long day at work, and you're like, well, what do I do now? It's easier to go get drugs to feel better, and you have nothing to do. There's nothing to do on you. Nothing. You're walking around aimlessly, and you can only eat so much, and then you have all this money in your pocket, and you don't know where to put it.
Thought about getting a bank account?
I have Chime, and I did. I'm trying to get one at Chase right now. I've been irresponsible in the past.
Been irresponsible with your money, you mean?
Well, I overdraft. trying to pay the bills.
Okay. That's why it's harder to get a bank account, huh?
Yes. Me and my son's mother were together. Like I said, I was the only one with income and paying, so I had to overdraft a lot and borrow, and I don't have a lot of debt, but I can't just open a bank account. I have Chime, which allows me to overdraw $250 because they know I'm getting my Social Security put back in. But
What do they charge you to overdraw $250?
nothing. It's actually a good online bank account.
So, would you like to give a phone number in case anyone sees this interview and wants to ask any questions or help you with anything?
But that's just it. Being out here, my phone was just stolen.
So you don't have a phone number to give?
Brand new phone stolen twice in a month. Being out here, everybody goes in your stuff. You have nowhere to put it.
All right.
I have, a Wi-Fi number.
You want to give that?
Sure. 617
617
219
219
3986.
3986. Okay. Well, I'll put that in the interview if I have your permission.
Yes, sir.
All right. Were you promised any compensation or payment for doing the interview?
No, sir.
And you consent to having it put on YouTube for any particular reason in case anyone wants to help you or just watch the video?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview, sir.